So now I want to go to Thorsmörk. It looks like a P, but it's a TH. This location is very high on my list because it's supposed to be really epic mountain terrain and nice black sand rivers. Once again, similar to Katla actually, but probably a bit more epic. The only problem is though that the terrain there is supposed to be quite rough, so I don't know how far I can get. It's once again a mountain road, an F road, which is not closed, but there are a couple river crossings, which is probably a problem when the water is too deep. This is where I am right now, the Seyerland, and yeah, the road up here looks fine, and then the mountain road starts right there, the F249. And then it goes 17 kilometers over here, and this blue V stands for river crossing, and there are just a couple of these. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I don't know. These rivers could be quite deep and demand a special 4x4 Jeep. So yeah, if the river crossings would be too big, then I wouldn't be able to pass. So maybe this would be a point where I have to park if I can manage to drive through here, but maybe this is already brutal enough to not be able to be passed with my car. And that's another 14 kilometers to the Thorsmörk. Unfortunately, I have been unlucky once again, as a stone hit the front window of my car. I put a little sticker on it so that the dirt and rain won't be able to get into it. I probably need to fix that soon, otherwise it might become larger and maybe the crack goes further. And I was the slowest driving on the road. Everyone was bypassing me, but still I'm the one who gets the stone in my window. Really unlucky. I don't know what's going on. I think the weather god doesn't like me. So a little status update. I talked to a local who looked like a guide doing local tours around this area, and he said that my car won't make it to Thorsmörk because the river crossings are like 1 meter, 1.5 meter. So you definitely need a super Jeep with the air intake at the very top of the car. And yeah, I wish I had a super Jeep. So I was thinking I just hitchhike my way to Thorsmörk. Maybe there will be some super Jeep going. I saw super Jeeps coming from it, so hopefully there will be someone else going to it. Packed everything in my backpack, everything I need. It's quite heavy actually. Got a sleeping bag and the tent and the mattress. Unfortunately, the wind tripped over the tripod with the camera and it broke this lens, which I have been using for all of my vlogs so far. And yeah, there's this, maybe you can see it, misshaped upper part here. This is a mount which goes on the camera, and it's totally bent, and yeah, there's no signal between the camera and the lens anymore, so autofocus won't work, stabilizer won't work, you can't change the aperture. That's unfortunate. Now I'm using my second best lens. This one is much more useful because it's 16 to 35 millimeters, so I can always change the zoom. So that is the second thing that the wind broke today. Let's see what else it breaks. Maybe I should just hide in my car for the rest of the day. Don't get out there and don't risk anything else. So I decided today I won't go to Thorsmörk. It was very windy just shortly ago and a bit rainy. So I prefer a day when the weather conditions are much better and it's less of a risk or a gamble to get there and then maybe get totally bad weather. So I'll probably just wait a bit. Meanwhile, I was thinking I should go to Reykjavik, back to the camera store where I bought the GoPro accessory. Maybe they have something in store that helps the camera issue, the lens issue. Maybe maybe I can manage to fix damage if it's just a bent metal mount part, because I could try to unscrew that and take that off and replace it with a newer one. I don't have the screwdriver, so I can't fix it now. I need to find the screwdriver first, but maybe in the camera shop, maybe they have it. Maybe they even have the plate, or maybe they know someone who has a plate. I could also just use a mounting plate from another lens, because I have 3 lenses for this camera, so I could just use a mounting plate from a lens that I don't use that much. So yeah, I think I should go to Reykjavik. Definitely a plan. I think that's a plan. Yeah, I'm sorry that my vlogs are always chaotic, off target. It looks like I fail at various things. I can't get my shit together. Can't get it right.
Do you have like a video?
I'm recording all the time.
So you can take like a video of when the resin goes into the wound.
I don't know if I would be able to see that.
Oh, you might see it.
Yeah?
It might be pretty cool. And then it disappears.
Okay, I keep rolling now.
Hey, you see here? Ooh. Oh, very nice. You just hold it here.
Yeah, I travel around. I'm here for 1.5 months already.
Oh.
And looks like I'm not going anywhere soon. It's just so much to do. Awesome, man. Very good. But what will this cost me?
It's 24,000 something, 900 or something. You pay with him there.
Okay.
That's very good. Yeah, it's like almost nothing happened. But I fear now if I go back to Vic, this probably happens again.
Probably.
Because it's so windy down there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And if a car passes you, almost every time.
Okay, we now try to fix the bend in that L bracket. Hopefully that will work.
We have a whole bunch of tools, it's just now.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Gerir eitthvað fleira fyrir því meistari? Koma að þrífa heima þér eftir? Það ekki koma að þrífa heima þér eftir? Jó, ég hendi fyrir. Og það samt alltaf eitt grín svona fyrir það.
It's still bent?
Yeah, it's still here.
Okay. So maybe we try hammering it a bit?
Hammer away.
But I don't know how much.
Maybe
It's
here.
Like I'm on a dolly.
Dolly shot? Yeah. Hollywood. You can also zoom here with that ring.
Oh yeah, okay, right.
Oh.
Very smooth. I like this camera, it's brilliant.
So you want to hammer against this thing? Or what? Hopefully we don't bend this part here at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, pretty not smart.
Maybe we should clamp it on here. On this.
Okay.
Do you like lenses that are fixed? You know, no movement? Or,
They have advantages because they have usually better quality and larger aperture, which means they catch more light.
Oh, okay.
So that's good for night photography, for example, if you want to photograph the stars.
So no focus is better.
That means when they get more light, that means you can expose shorter and with less ISO. So,
Okay. So you can do more in focus.
so for example, if you want to photograph the northern lights, you need a fixed lens with very large aperture, which is very useful for that.
You have to have a fixed one. Maybe you can maybe have another.
It's just this part, by the way. I don't think it's this one.
I know. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
Why does some stuff? That's weird. Why does some stuff come like this?
It just shows you it's overexposed.
Oh, it's confusing.
It's a super feature.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't confuse.
So that you can see it's too bright. But in the resulting video it will be white.
Just right.
Yeah, it will be white.
How does it look now?
Yeah, it looks better, right? Yeah. I think it's fine enough.
Maybe a little bit more.
Maybe a bit more.
2 or more.
Don't bend it too much.
Looks pretty straight now. See?
Yeah, it looks good. Guess that helps. Thank you so much. Wow, I get everything fixed here in Reykjavik. It's unbelievable. What is that sound?
I don't know.
like a laser weapon or something.
That's the point.
Like an alien. Awesome.
This is so cool. Absolutely. En dan kom ik het wint over kansen dat hij. Dat is a really cool camera.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, you see me down here. I did not destroy it.
That's good. Yeah, I would have.
We used the primer, window primer, to paint this metal bracket thing here.
Wow.
Okay. First we
Amazing.
take a little bit of the liquid so it doesn't spill all over the place. Put a little bit.
Very professional. Very professional.
Put here.
Don't paint over that thing then.
No. A little bit here. I think we're done. Maybe a little bit here. Why not?
I've got scratches like everywhere. Awesome. Man, thank you so much.
No problem.
It has been a pleasure
No,
coming
same to
here.
you. Same to you.
Awesome.
The nicest customer in a long time.
I got so much stuff fixed. Unbelievable. That's a bill. $24,800. No, ISK. So maybe $230 maybe. But once again, everything in Reykjavik. Very convenient. Should come here more often. Well, I come here only when I break stuff, which I do like all the time. But yeah, these guys help me out big time. But yeah, the bill is actually not that small. Actually, much more expensive than I thought it would be. So yeah, very successful trip. Maybe that's the end of the vlog. Probably it is. I won't be able to make it to Thorsmörk today, I think. It's now in the evening and I spend way too much time here. was necessary.